This is like the meme about the Resident Evil lab notes where they're like, I created a super genius, all-powerful monster. Hope it doesn't escape. And then the next page is like, yep, it escaped.
Look.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't never caught a rat. You ain't no friend of mine.
Disney really could have turned the noughties into one of their great decades for films if they had just let Chris Sanders do whatever he wanted. Dude went on to create How to Train Your Dragon and The Wild Robot for DreamWorks. He's a god. He could have done anything for them. He even probably could have made Home on the Range a good movie. Maybe not Chicken Little. Lilo and Stitch is the ultimate form of Disney in the noughties. It's E.T. if Elliot had been Hawaiian, autistic as hell, hilarious, obsessed with Elvis, and E.T. himself had been a blue golem with a destruction kink who wanted to destroy home instead of phone it. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, evil scientist Jamba boldly, literally testifies in front of a whole alien court that he has never created any dangerous experiments, while naming the one that they've already captured Experiment 626. But then it gets away, it goes off to Earth, it lands on an island when it would have died if it landed on 75% of the planet, and then it gets adopted by the most chaotic, neutral 6-year-old of all time. Yes, we meet Lilo, who beats foreigners, I'm pretty sure, because there's no way that the ginger, white as a sheet Myrtle is actually from Hawaii. Yeah. She also tempts the weather-controlling fish with peanut butter, takes hundreds of photos of half-naked fat people, and plays with dolls that are truly horrifying, yeah. And she has existential depression crises while listening to Elvis on the floor of her house. I'm convinced that the wave of, like, millennials saying constantly that they want to die is purely down to Lilo. She is an icon. And probably as close to a progressive main character as Disney will ever get. Practically every scene in this film is either an emotionally charged masterwork or absolutely hilarious. There is no in-between. Every scene is gold for different reasons. There are so many great side characters, from Gantu to Jamba and Pleakley to Cobra Bubble. Like, there are so many more side characters than you should be able to really remember and love in a 90-minute film. That's nuts. I just can't imagine a scenario where they're going to be able to remake this today. What are they going to do about Pleakley? In 2025, are they going to let him, like, cross-dress? Because he's the gayest character Disney has ever come up with. It's marvelous. This film was so progressive for 2002. What happened, Disney? Doesn't matter. But there are just things like that I'm not sure what they're going to do with in live action. Or the whole montage where they talk about Elvis being a model citizen and get Stitch to kiss old ladies so that he can prove he's a good boy. Back when Fast and Furious was still just making testosterone-charged car scenes, actually, they still do that. This was making the points about family and about how it doesn't have to be traditional or... How are they going to remake this into, like, film at all in 2025? Oh my god, people are going to call this so woke for being exactly the same as it is. Like, it's a Disney film about trying to look after a child and, like, keep down a job. There's a whole montage just about job hunting. This is going to hit hard in live action, I think. It has a tight runtime, and it feels like there are different elements of the film that keep it running at different times. The opening bit speaks for itself. He took the red one, like, come on. But then Lilo just being gloriously autistic in the most watchable way possible for the next, like, 15 minutes keeps it just running and fresh. And then, like, Stitch just falling off the bike and surrender when he realizes there's no big cities on the island, like... And Elvis Presley keeps it running for 15 minutes on his own. Like, there's just so much... This film just constantly feels like it's breathing new life into itself and into you as you're watching it, and you're just going, whoa, oh, oh, as you remember all of the amazing bits that are about to happen, are yet to come, are everything. It's so good. It's so quotable. It's so memorable. I can't tell whether I'm excited or horrified at the idea of watching a live-action version of this, but I'm giving Ohana Means Fucking Family 4.5 stars. I think the good thing about this is that even if they desperately messed it up, which I just feel like they're not going to do with this one, but even if they did, like, there's only so bad it can get, right? If it's still got this story and these characters, I feel like there's only so bad it can get. Subscribe to find out.